Good evening and welcome to another scene in London Ascending, a vampire venue. Another night, the night after quite an eventful Elysium. Um, Laura has gotten a communique from, well, via the Harpies to just, just meet someone, a person she's met before. Lauren is perhaps commentary or who knows. He wants to speak. She is waiting in the lounge area where they've met before, and she's simply sitting and waiting.
Lauren will arrive with his clothing. It's the same shit that he wears usually. Different jacket this time and different shirt.
Mhm.
He arrives and sits near her.
Good evening.
Good
Good to
evening.
see you again.
Thank you.
Terrible bit of business last night, but well,
The How was your time after last night's event?
quite good. Quite excellent, actually. She smiles.
Did you talk with people?
Yes, I mingled a bit. I went
Nice.
home and studied a bit, and then got tucked in for the day.
He kind of like smiles. The reason I invited you is that I want to make sure I go for eligible options or try to have options. So you put your name forward for seneschal position.
Well, I suppose you could. Hmm, I could. You could say that. Yes. Well, well. I mean, what I said was that if you could use me for something, if Queen could have use of me in any regard, that I would be available to help her in any way she felt that I could help. If
He
she chooses
smiles.
another, well, she's free to choose whoever she wants, and she will obviously get the most qualified. And I am quite certain that there is people as qualified, yeah, perhaps even more. I am new to this city, so my selection might not be the most qualified choice, and that I can fully respect. I simply, in the light of someone actively doing, well, treason or worse, to be honest, I simply wanted to reaffirm that my loyalties is with her and hers alone. I thought it a little poignant given the situation.
Hmm. What do you think about the other candidates? Camilla and the Garnet.
Garnet seems to have a flair for the dramatic. That can be good and bad, but, well, he seems to have quite a few things working in his mind at all times. So that should serve him well. Um, the Toreador, the Knight. I I haven't spent that much time with her, to be honest. I do not have a good feel for her.
You do not have a good feeling for her?
Yes, I don't really know what to make of her yet. I've seen her once or twice, really. Haven't spoken to her, so
She didn't talk at all in the Elysium, wasn't she?
no. And well, I mean, if I had spoken to her more, I might have a very good feel for her, what kind of person, and whether or not she would be well, a good fit for the position. I have done some work in the past that is similar.
She kind of like Raisin River. What was the word?
Seneschal. She smiles.
Ah, which where?
A city on the main continent, quite smaller and in a different time. So my qualifications might be. Well, it was a while ago, but I did facilitate the position.
Well, I'm pretty sure you didn't bring horse to Elysium at least.
No, to be honest, it seems as though it was the least of the insults afforded to Her Majesty. It can be called an insult compared to what else happened.
You mean the crown?
I mean, practicing, yeah, well, I don't know entirely know what infernalists do, but whatever wicked things the Amaranth or whatever, and think the Queen is stupid to not notice is quite an offense. And ignoring her and ignoring your duties is also quite an offense.
Hmm. What do you think would be changed if you become seneschal?
Well, I would try to facilitate my rulers' actions, wishes, and facilitate a proper and orderly line of communication between her and her subjects, as any good servant should. Make sure that all communication goes as smooth and effortlessly to Kree's and her will is done as effortlessly as possible. It will ease the lives of her and her subjects.
He smiles.
What would change, given my somewhat, well, new nature in the city, a few things might change, but honestly, given the nature of the former, now former senator, I am well, less certain. Well, I'm not sure I could say in earnest what would change since I'm not that familiar with how things have been since the Blitz in a whole, as a whole.
He nods. Okay. The It seems that's all we need to talk. Would you have
Hmm.
anything to ask me?
No, I might have a few questions.
Please do.
If you were to choose Who would your choice be?
No one. He kind of says with a smile. Queen doesn't need a seneschal.
Interesting. I'm sure she would disagree with you.
We had seneschal who was known by all over the world. He was someone again known all over from the world. And what did the guy do in Elysium yesterday? Did you see what he did?
Yeah, I did see.
So does it looks like to the Queen needs a seneschal before?
Well, it looks as though he has been on the decline as to his duties, and this was the last straw. Maybe there is a. Maybe it seems as though she's handling it, but maybe she's tired of handling it all by herself and actually wants a person who would do the job instead of, well, not to do it. I wouldn't. I wouldn't want to speculate on what Her Majesty needs and does not need. But
I mean, it wouldn't hurt her if she just doesn't need a seneschal. Kind of smiles,
mm,
saying
if you,
things and go on. Sorry, I interrupted you.
no, it's quite all right. I just if you were to pick, if you were forced, and if you could not rely on this great trust in the Queen, which we all have, but say that she would be able to facilitate all her functions and the seneschal's function. You had to pick a person. Who would you choose?
Lauren seems to think. Mm, mm, mm. I think I would choose yourself.
Can I make a perception empathy on
Please.
that? Wow. Okay, I fail. All right. She just looks, just nods. And just,
He
thank you for your trust.
he looks at her and says, "The circumstances as this, the we don't need another sheriff, and we certainly don't need someone who thinks too much about himself. We already had someone like that."
An inflated self-worth is one of the most dangerous things to one of our kind. Not just for your own personal safety in our community, just in general, for all of us, especially if you are in a position of power.
So what do you mean?
Well, if you think yourself too important, you should, of course, be confident in your abilities.
The
But
confidence.
the thing is, if you overinflate your self-worth or feeling of yourself, you become a danger not only to yourself because you will underestimate problems, but you will also feel as your ways will have more weight and more importance than your subjects. And in that way, your subjects will become unhappy, shall we say. And that is not something that will make your position and your job, helping yourself and others for a stable society, in any way. It will only hinder it.
The He nods. I think that the people in this city forgets that the sometimes the individual actions can do a lot.
They can. Will of a person, when it's driven by, well, pure motivations, or at least has enough will behind it, can be quite a force to be reckoned with. Indeed.
It kind of stretches out. I think there will be nice days in front of us.
I hope so too. Although I wish for good nights, but whatever your prerogative. And she kind of giggles like at that, well, remark.
I don't think that we will have a lot of good nights. This change brings people going after each other. Just something that, kind of it is going to be good.
I've seen this sort of thing before, but I think we will manage. We will get through it.
How do you think about winning this, showing that you're different?
Winning?
I mean, grabbing the position of power. Is it only like if my queen thinks that I am worthy, she will make me?
I will not step over anyone to get it, if that's what you're asking. My gesture was mostly a
I got
pointless.
8 successes on perception empathy.
How do you like? Why is it 3?
Aspects.
Is that reducing it by 3?
It reduces by 3 for me, yes.
Oh, because you have 3 dots on us. Okay. She just seems to mean it.
He looks at her and said, I'm sorry, but I think you need to understand. You will have to step a lot of people's toes to become what you want to become.
Well, there's a lot of things I want. And the position of seneschal may not be the top of my priority list. And she means that as well.
Mm-hmm. You want to go for Keeper of Elysium?
If the queen finds me worthy.
That is a nice title, prestige title. Would you allow someone bringing a horse in Elysium? or cane swords?
I would hope that if they were to bring, what shall we say, extraordinary gifts and items, that they would inquire with the Keeper of Elysium before coming, to clear up any misunderstandings or uh, logistical problems before they become a real problem. That is a very diplomatic way of her saying
I
they
would,
need to talk to me and they need to make a damn good case for bringing
yeah,
it.
I know. Like she's saying that I will shut that shit down. No
Yeah,
exceptions.
yeah, that's pretty much. But it's a very diplomatic way of saying it.
Yeah. Not everybody's lore so open. He smiles. No, I believe, as I have said, we will see a lot of stuff. So it was nice to talk with you.
Likewise. Please have a very good evening.
I will think I will. I think I will. I like watching this political debates.
She nods and just um, watches him go and smiles after him.
And I believe that will be the moment we end our scene.
Thank you very much, players, for playing and watchers for watching. Good night or good